Shalom. Welcome to another episode of Daily Tonic in the Word right here on GC Creative. And I remain your humble host, Daniel Yashurala. And today we are embarking on a new book. It's actually the book of First Samuel. That's Shemu'el Ri'shon, First Samuel. I take it from chapter 1 going down to chapter 5. And it says, Now there was a certain man of the Raphathaim, Sophim, of Mount Ephraim, and his name was Elkanah, and the son of Yerokam, and the son of Eliu, the son of Tuku, the son of Soph, and Ephrathi, and he had two women, and the name of the one was Cana, and the name of the other was Peninnah. And Peninnah had children, but Cana had no children. And this man went up out of the city yearly to pray and to sacrifice unto Yahuwah Sabaoth in Shiloh. And the two sons of Eli, Kophni and Phinehas, the priest of Yahuwah, were there. And when the time was that Elkanah offered, he gave to Peninnah his woman, and to all her sons and her daughters portions. But unto Cana he gave a worthy portion, for he loved Cana, but Yahuwah had shut up her womb. And our adversary also provoked her sore, for to make her fret, because Yahuwah had shut up her womb. And as he did so year by year, when she went up to the house of Yahuwah, so she provoked her, therefore she wept and did not eat. Then said Elkanah, a man, to her, Cana, why do you weep? And why eat you not? And why is your heart grieved? Am not I better to you than 10 sons? So Cana rose up after they had eaten in Shiloh, and after they had drunk. Now Eli the priest sat upon a seat by a post of the temple of Yahuwah, and she was in bitterness of soul, and prayed unto Yahuwah, and wept sore. And she vowed a vow, and said, O Yahuwah Sabaoth, if you will indeed look on the affliction of your handmaid, and remember me, and not forget your handmaid, but will give unto your handmaid a male child, then I will give him unto Yahuwah all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head. And it came to pass, as she continued praying before Yahuwah, that Eli marked her mouth. Now Cana, she spoke in her heart, only her lips moved, but her voice was not heard. Therefore Eli thought she had been drunken. And Eli said unto her, How long will you be drunken? Put away your wine from you. But Cana answered and said, No, my Adonai, I am a woman of a sorrowful ruach. I have drunk neither wine nor strong drink, but have poured out my soul before Yahuwah. Count not your handmaid for a daughter of Belial, for out of the abundance of my complaint and grief have I spoken hitherto. And then Eli answered and said, Go in peace, and the Elohim of Yasharel grant you your petition that you have asked of him. And she said, Let your handmaid find grace in your sight. So the woman went away and did eat and her countenance was no more sad. And they rose up in the morning early and worshipped before Yahuwah and returned and came to their house in Ramah. And Elkanah knew Cana his woman, and Yahuwah remembered her. Wherefore it came to pass that when the time was come about after Cana had conceived, then that she bore a son and called his name Shemuel, saying, because I have asked of Yahuwah. You see that? There is no name on earth without a meaning. So I would always advise people, don't just say that because you saw the name in the scriptures, that is what you're going to go with. Always ensure that you know what it means. Shemuel means because I have asked of Yahuwah. If you have to pronounce this word, we are meant to say that Shemuel, that's Shemuel Elohim, which means because I have asked him of Elohim. That is what it means. When you hear the name Daniel, it means Danny, my judge. Daniel, Elohim is my judge. So please, I will advise all my acts, my quotes out there. Don't just say that because the names are written in the scriptures that you go by it. Try to make your own findings from the same scriptures or make your own research about the meaning of the word. Don't just be like some of our Christian people that just speak a word in the Bible and they go by it. Some will even go as there's a particular church here in Nigeria that called their own church Canaan Land. Then I ask myself a question. How will you call your own church? You call it a place of Yahuwah. You are naming it after the other nations that even Yahuwah was telling his people, don't be like the Canaan name. Don't say that because a word is in the scriptures, you go by it. Remember, we talk about Yerubbaal. Yerubbaal actually simply means let Baal go against him himself. Does that kind of name give glory to Yahuwah or give glory to Baal? Yet our people would say that because it's in the Bible, they call their child Yerubbaal. Let us learn to go by knowing the meaning of things before we go by it. Let's proceed. Now then, verse 21. And the man Elkanah and all his house went up to offer unto Yahuwah the yearly sacrifice and his vow. But Cana went not up, for she said unto her man, I will not go until the child be weaned, and then I will bring him that he may appear before Yahuwah, and there abide forever. And Elkanah, a man, said unto her, do what seems you good. Tarry until you have weaned him. And Yahuwah established his word. So the woman abode, and she gave her son suck until she weaned him. And when she had weaned him, she took him up with her with 3 bullocks and 1 ephah of flour and a bottle of wine, and brought him unto the house of Yahuwah in Shiloh. And the child was young. And she slew a bullock and brought the child to Eli, and she said, O my Adoni, as your soul lives, my Adoni, I am the woman that stood by you here, praying unto Yahuwah. For this child I prayed, and Yahuwah has given me my petition, which I asked of him. Therefore also I have lent him to Yahuwah. As long as he lives, he shall be lent to Yahuwah, and he worship Yahuwah there. Chapter 2. And Cana prayed and said, my heart rejoices in Yahuwah, my horn is exalted in Yahuwah, my mouth is enlarged over my enemies, because I rejoice in your Yeshua. And there is none holy as Yahuwah, for there is none beside you, neither is there any rock like our Elohim. Talk no more so exceeding proudly. Let not arrogance come out of your mouth, for Yahuwah is an Elohim of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. Sorry. The bows of the mighty men are broken, and they that stumble are girded with strength. They that were full have hired out themselves for bread, and they that are hungry ceased. So that the barren has borne seven, and she that has many children is waxed feeble. Yahuwah kills and makes alive. He brings down to Sheol and brings up. Yahuwah makes poor and makes rich. He brings low and lifts up. He raised up the poor out of the dust and lifts up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillar of the earth are Yahuwah's, and he has set the world upon them. He will guard the feet of his seed, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail. The adversary of Yahuwah shall be broken into pieces. Out of the heaven shall he thunder upon them. Yahuwah shall judge the ends of the earth, and he shall give strength unto his king, and exalt the horns of his anointed. And Elkanah went to Ramah to his house, and the child did minister unto Yahuwah before Eli the priest. But the sons of Eli were sons of Belial. They knew not Yahuwah. Wow. That is why over here in Africa, let me say for my tribe, Yoruba tribe, our elders will say a word. They will say, Omo kan benu omo ale benu omo. It means some true children have a spirit of bastards, while some bastards have the good heart of a true child. It doesn't mean that child simply means a typical bastard like bastard. It means there are some children that are not yours, but they will have the heart of a true child. Yet you have your own true children, but their heart is like the heart of a bastard. That is what it means. Now, the sons of Eli, who is the priest, they have the heart of the children of Belial, while the child that wasn't his, Shemuel, was that child that he has prepared to be that true child to him. Wow. Now, verse 13. And the priest's custom with the people was that when any man offered sacrifice, the priest's servant came while the flesh was in sitting with the flesh hook of 3 teeth in their hands, and he struck it with into the pan or kettle or cauldron or pot. All that the flesh hook brought up, the priest took for himself. So they did in Shiloh unto all Yasharel that came thither. Also before they burnt the fat, the priest servant came and said to the man that sacrificed, Give flesh to roast for the priest, for he will not have sodden flesh of you, but raw. And if any man said unto him, Let them not fail to burn the fat presently, and then take as much as your soul desires, then he would answer him, Nay, but you shall give it me now, and if not, I will take it by force. Wherefore the sin of the young men was very great before Yahuwah, for men abhor the offering of Yahuwah. But Shemuel ministered before Yahuwah, being a child, girded with lining ephod. Moreover, his mother made him a little coat and brought it to him year to year, when she came up with a man to offer the yearly sacrifice. And Eli blessed Elkanah and his woman and said, Yahuwah give you seed of this woman for the loan which is lent to Yahuwah. And they went unto their own home, and Yahuwah visited Cana, so that she conceived and bore 3 sons and 2 daughters. And the child Shemuel grew before Yahuwah. Just imagine. She did that to, like, Yahuwah, if you can give me this, I'll give him to you. She did it in faith. And she also made sure that she accomplished her vow. And Yahuwah blessed her again with 3 sons and 2 daughters, making it 6 children altogether. Now, here's my question. How many of you have tried to do things to push Yahuwah to work? How many of you actually have sit back in your closet, look at your pain, look at your tribulation, and ask yourself and say to Yahuwah with all humility that, Yahuwah, if only you can just help me solve this problem, I will serve you to the end of my life. I will do this, I will do that. Make a promise to Yahuwah and keep those promises and see if Yahuwah will not hearken to your voice. But majority actually will just come, Yahuwah, if only you can give me a child, I promise to serve you the rest of my life. Let them have that child. Once they have that child, they will go back to their vomit, doing all sorts of wickedness, forgetting the vow they've made to Yahuwah. But because Yahuwah saw the honesty in the heart of Cana, he gave her that child that she need, even gave her extra 5 children. Let's proceed to verse 22. Now Eli was very old and heard all that his sons did unto all Yasharel, and how they lay with women that assembled at the door of the tabernacle of the assembly. Imagine, the priests were meant to be consecrated to Yahuwah. The sons of Eli were even sleeping with women at the door of the assembly. Imagine. And he said unto them, why do ye such things? For I hear of your evil doings by all these people. Nay, my son, for it is no good report that I hear. Ye make Yahuwah's people to transgress. If one man sin against another, the judge shall judge him. But if a man sin against Yahuwah, who shall entreat for him? Notwithstanding, they hearken not unto the voice of their father, because Yahuwah would slay them. And the child Shemuel grew on and was in favor both with Yahuwah and also with men. And there came a man of Elohim unto Eli and said unto him, thus says Yahuwah, did I plainly appear unto the house of your father when they were in Mizraim in Pharaoh's house? And did I choose him out of all the tribes of Yasharel to be my priest, to offer upon my altar, to burn incense, and to wear an ephod before me? And I did unto the house of your father all the offerings made by fire. And I did give unto the house of your father all the offerings made by fire of the children of Yasharel. Wherefore kick ye at my sacrifice and at my offering, which I have commanded in my habitation, and honor your sons above me, to make yourselves fat with the chiefest of all the offerings of the truth of Yasharel's my people. Wherefore Yahuwah Elohai of Yasharel says, I said indeed that your house, the house of your father, shall walk before me forever. But now, says Yahuwah, be it far from me. For them that honor me I will honor, and they that despise me shall be lightly esteemed. Behold, the days come that I will cut off your arm and the arm of your father's house, that there shall not be an old man in your house, and you shall see an enemy in my habitation, in all the wealth which Elohim shall give Yasharel, and there shall not be an old man in your house forever. And the man of yours, whom I shall not cut off from my altar, shall be to consume your eyes and to grieve your heart, and all the increase of your house shall die in the flower of their age. And this shall be a sign unto you, that which come upon your two sons, on Cophni and Pinakak. In one day they shall die, both of them, and I will raise me up a faithful priest that shall do according to that which is in my heart and in my mind, and I will build him a sure house, and he shall walk before my anointed forever. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left in your house shall come and crouch to him for a piece of silver and a morsel of bread, and shall say, Put me, I pray you, into one of the priest offices, that I may eat a piece of bread. Wow. Chapter 3. And the child Shemuel ministered unto Yahuwah before Eli, and the word of Yahuwah was precious in those days. And there was no open vision. Our princess is here. And there was no open vision, and it came to pass at that time, when Eli was laid down in his place, and his eyes began to wax dim, that he could not see. And aired the lamp of Yahuwah, and went out in the temple of Yahuwah, where the ark of Elohim was. And Shemuel was laid down to sleep. That Yahuwah called El Shemuel, and he answered, Here I am. And he ran unto Eli and said, Here I am, for you called me. And he said, I called not. Lie down again. And he went and lay down. And Yahuwah called yet again, Shemuel. And Shemuel rose up and went to Eli and said, Here I am, for you did call me. And he said, I called not, my son. Lie down again. Now Shemuel did not yet know Yahuwah, neither was the word of Yahuwah yet revealed unto him. And Yahuwah called Shemuel again the third time, and he arose and went to Eli and said, Here I am, for you did call me. And Eli perceived that Yahuwah had called the child. Therefore Eli said unto Shemuel, Go, lay down, and it shall be, if he call you, that you shall say, Speak, Yahuwah, for your servant hears. So Shemuel went and lay down in his place, and Yahuwah came and stood and called as at other times, Shemuel, Shemuel. And then Shemuel answered, Speak, for your servant hears. And Yahuwah said to El Shemuel, Behold, I will do a thing in Yasharel, at which both the ears of everyone that hears it that hear it shall tingle. In that day I will perform against Eli all things which I have spoken concerning his house. When I begin, I will also make an end. For I have told him that I will judge his house forever for the iniquity which he knows, because his sons made themselves vile, and he restrained them not. And therefore I have sworn unto the house of Eli, that the iniquity of Eli's house shall not be purged with sacrifice nor offering forever. Now, can you see the major reason why the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 14, verse 13 said, Set your house in order. Set your house in order. Normally, as a father, you have the right to rebuke your children. But the major parties have been rebuking them from their tender age. Fine, we know that there are some children that, though you might do everything possible You might give them a sound training. But if they have been destined for destruction, forget about it. No matter how hard you train them well, they will still become that object of discord to the household. But at the point of Eli, he said, Yah said to Shemuel that I even told him about these things, but never rebuked his children for this. I pray that Yah will not make us parents that will look at our children and let our children's foolishness to destroy our reputation before Yahuwah. Let's go on. And Shemuel lay until the morning, and he opened the door of the house of Yahuwah, and Shemuel feared to show Eli the vision. And then Eli called Shemuel and said, Shemuel, my son. And he answered, Here I am. And he said, What is the thing that Yahuwah has said unto you? I pray you, hide it not from me. Eli, do so. Elohim, do so to you, and more also, if you hide anything from me of all the things that he said unto you. And Shemuel told him every word, and hid nothing from him. And he said, It is Yahuwah. Let him do what seems him good. And Shemuel grew, and Yahuwah was with him, and did let none of his word fall to the ground. And all Yasharel, from Dan even to Beersheba, knew that Shemuel was established to be a prophet of Yahuwah. And Yahuwah appeared again in Shiloh, for Yahuwah revealed himself to El Shemuel in Shiloh by the word of Yahuwah. Now we're in chapter 4. And the word of Shemuel came to all Yasharel. Now Yasharel went up against the Philistine to battle, and pitched beside Ibn Haezer, and the Philistine pitched in Aphek, and the Philistine put themselves in array against Yasharel. When they joined battle, Yasharel was smitten before the Philistine, and they slew of the armies in the field about 4,000 men. And when the people were come into the camp, the elders of Yasharel said, Wherefore has Yahuwah smitten us today before the Philistine? Let us fetch the ark of the covenant of Yahuwah out of Shiloh unto us, that it may come among us, it may save us out of the hands of our enemies. So the people sent to Shiloh, that they might bring from thence the ark of the covenant of Yahuwah Shavuot, which dwell between the cherubim. And the two sons of Eli, Shofnak and Pinekach, were there with the ark of the covenant of Elohim. And when the ark of the covenant of Yahuwah came into the camp, all Yasharel shouted with a great shout, so that the earth rang again. And when the Philistines heard the noise of the shout, they said, What mean the noise of these great shouts in the camp of the Ephraim? And they understood that the ark of Yahuwah has come into the camp. And the Philistines were afraid, for they said, Elohim is come into the camp. And they said, Woe unto us, for there has not been such a thing heretofore. Woe unto us, who shall deliver us out of the hand of this mighty Elohim? These are the Elohim that smote the Mizraim with all the plagues in the wilderness. Be strong and be yourself like men, O ye Philistines, that ye be not servants unto the Ephraim, as they have been to you. Be yourself like men and fight. And the Philistines fought, and Yasharel was smitten, and they fled every man into his tent. And there was a great slaughter, for there fell of Yasharel 30,000 footmen. And the ark of Elohim was taken, and the sons of Eli, Kophni and Pinekach, were slain. And there ran a man of Benjamin out of the army, and came to Shiloh the same day with his clothes rent and with earth upon his head. And when he came, lo, Eli sat upon a seat by the wayside watching, for his heart trembled for the ark of Elohim. And when the man came into the city and told it, all the city cried. And when Eli heard the noise of the crying, he said, what mean the noise of this tumult? And the man came in hastily and told Eli. Now Eli was 98 years old, and his eyes were dim, and he could not see. And the man said unto Eli, I am he that came out of the army, and I fled today out of the army. And he said, what is there done, my son? And the messengers answered and said, Yasharel is fled before the Philistine, and there has been a great slaughter among the people. And your two sons also, Kophni, and Pinakak, are dead, and the ark of Elohim is taken. And it came to pass, when he made mention of the ark of Elohim, that it fell from off the seat backwards by the side of the gate, and his neck broke, and he died. And he was an old man and heavy, and he had judged Yasharel 40 years. And his daughter-in-law, Pinakak's woman, was with child, near to be delivered. And when she heard the tidings that the ark of Elohim was taken, and that her father-in-law and her man was dead, she bowed herself and travailed, and for her pains came upon her. And about the time of her death, the women that stood by her said unto her, fear not, for you have borne a son. But she answered not, neither did she regard it. And she named the child Ichabod, saying, the glory is departed from Yasharel, because the ark of Elohim is taken, and because of her father-in-law and her man. And she said, the glory is departed from Yasharel, for the ark of Elohim is taken. Now we are in chapter 5. And the Philistine took the ark of Elohim and brought it to Ebenezer unto Ashdod. When the Philistine took the ark of Elohim, they brought it into the house of Dagon and set it by Dagon. And when they of Ashdod arose early on the morning, behold, Dagon was falling upon his face to the earth before the ark of Yahuwah. And they took Dagon and set him back in his place again. And when they arose early on the morning, behold, Dagon was falling upon his face to the ground before the ark of Yahuwah. And the head of Dagon and both the palm of his hand were cut off upon the threshold. Only the stump of Dagon was left to him. Therefore, neither the priest of Dagon nor any that came into Dagon's house tread on the threshold of Dagon in Ashdod unto this day. And the hand of Yahuwah was heavy upon them of Ashdod, and he destroyed them and smite them with tumors, even Ashdod and the coast thereof. And when the men of Ashdod saw that it was so, they said, the ark of the Elohai of Yasharel shall not abide with us, for his hand is sore upon us and upon Dagon our Elohim. They sent therefore and gathered all the Seranim of the Philistine unto them, and said, what shall we do with the ark of the Elohim of Yasharel? And they answered, let the ark of the Elohai of Yasharel be carried about unto Gath. And they carried the ark of the Elohai of Yasharel about thither. And it was so that after they had carried it about, the hand of Yahuwah was against the city with a very great destruction, And he smote the men of the city, both small and great, and they had tumor in their secret parts. Therefore, they sent the ark of Elohim to Ekron, and it came to pass, as the ark of Elohim came into Ekron, that the Ekronim cried out, saying, They have brought the ark of the Elohai of Yasharel to us, to slay us and our people. So they sent and gathered together all the Seranim of the Pelishtim and said, Send away the ark of the Elohai of Yasharel, and let it go again to its own place, that it slay us not, and our people. And there was a deadly destruction throughout all the city, and the hand of Elohim was very heavy there. And the men that died not, were smitten with the tumors, and the cry of the city were up to heaven.
Who said that the righteous also can pull off a righteous sword? Lamentations chapter 4 verse 2 says that the sons of Israel are also referred as unto fine gold. This is enough to tell you that you can rock your swag and still yet be righteous. Join Great Awakening Clothing today to get the best of outfits, putting nice print, propagating the truth through your clothing to the face of every human on the street. We have it in varieties, from the face cap to the different designs of clothes, putting out the truth right on the clothes you're wearing, and also rocking the truth righteously in your swag, which I call the righteous swag of Great Awakening Clothing.
That's why we are called Clothing That Ministers. For booking and order, please call +1 7 2 5 2 1 8 7 9 9 1. You can also visit our website at www.greatawakeningclothingline.com. Great Awakening Clothing LLC, the clothing that ministers.
Activate. 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 Activate.
For sponsorship, advert placement, please call or WhatsApp this number +234 811 731 0928.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. So let us make it a wrap up for today's episode of the program. Chapter 6. And the ark of Yahuwah was in the country of the Pelishtim 7 months. And the Pelishtim called for the priest and the diviners, saying, What shall we do to the ark of Yahuwah? Tell us wherewith we shall send it to his place. And they said, If ye send away the ark of the Elohai of Yasharel, send it not empty, but in any wise return him a trespass offering. Then ye shall be healed, and it shall be known to you why his hand is not removed from you. And they said, What shall be the trespass offering which we shall return to him? They said, 5 golden tumors, and 5 golden mice, according to the number of the seranim of the Philistine, and for one plague was on you all and on your seranim. Wherefore you shall make image of your tumors and image of your mice that marred the land, and ye shall give glory unto the Elohim of Yasharel. Perchance it will lighten his hand from off you, and from off your Elohim, and from off your land. Wherefore then do ye harden your heart as the Mishraim, as the Mishraim and Pharaoh hardened their heart, if when he had wrought wonderfully among them. Did they not let the people go, and they departed? Now therefore make a new cart, and new two meat kine, and on which there has come no yoke, and tie the kine to the cart, and bring their calves home from them, and take the ark of Yahuwah, and lay it upon the cart, and upon the jewels of gold, and put the jewels of gold, which ye return him for a trespass offering, in a coffer by the side thereof, and send it away, that it may go, and see if it goes up by the way of his own coast to Beth Shemesh. Then he has done us this great evil. But if not, then we shall know that it is not his hand that smote us. It was a chance that happened to us. And the men did so, and took the two milk kine, and tied them to the cart, and shut up their calves at home. And they laid the ark of Yahuwah upon the cart, and the coffer was with the mice of gold, and the image of their tumors. And the kine took the straight way to the way of Beth-Shemesh, and went along the highway, lowing as they went, and turned not aside to the right hand or to the left. And the seranim of the Philistine went after them unto the border of Beth-Shemesh. And they of Beth-Shemesh were reaping their wheat harvest in the valley. And they lifted up their eyes and saw the ark, and they rejoiced to see it. And the cart came into the field of Yahuwah, and Ebei Hashimshi, and stood there, and where there was a great stone, and they clave the wood of the cart, and offered the kind and ascending smoke offering unto Yahuwah. And the Levim took down the ark of Yahuwah, and the coffer that was with it, wherewith the jewels of gold were, and put them on the great stone. And the men of Beth Shemesh offered ascending smoke offering, and sacrifices the same day unto Yahuwah. And when the 5 seranim of the Philistine had seen it, they returned to Ekron the same day. And these are the golden tumor which the Philistine returned for a trespass offering unto Yahuwah. For Ashdod 1, for Gaza 1, for Ashkelon 1, for Gath 1, for Ekron 1. The golden mice according to the number of the cities of the Philistine belonging to the 5 seranim, both of fenced city and of country villages, even unto the great stone of Abel. Whereon they set down the ark of Yahuwah, which stone remains unto this day in the field of Yahusha. The Beit Shimshi, and they smote the men of Beit Shemesh, because they had looked into the ark of Yahuwah, when even he smote the people 50,000 and 70 men. And the people lamented, because Yahuwah had smitten many of the people with a great slaughter. And the men of Beit Shemesh said, who is able to stand before this holy Yahuwah Elohim? And to whom shall he go up from us? And they sent messengers to the inhabitants of Kiriath Jearim, saying, the Philistines have brought again the ark of Yahuwah. Come thee down and fetch it up to you. The last chapter for today, chapter 7. And the men of Kiriath Jearim came and fetched up the ark of Yahuwah and brought it into the house of Avinadav in the hill, and sanctified Eleazar his son to guard the ark of Yahuwah. And it came to pass, while the ark abode in Kiriath Jearim, that the time was long, for it was 20 years. And all the house of Yasharel lamented after Yahuwah. And Shemuel spoke unto all the house of Yasharel, saying, if ye do return unto Yahuwah with all your heart, then put away the strange Elohai and Ashtaroth from among you, and prepare your heart unto Yahuwah, and serve him only, and he will deliver you out of the hand of the Philistine. Then the people of Yasharel put away Baalim and Ashtaroth, and serve Yahuwah only. And Shemuel said, gather all Yasharel to Mizpah, and I will pray for you unto Yahuwah. And they gathered themselves to Mizpah, and drew water, and poured it out before Yahuwah, and fasted on that day, and said there, we have sinned against Yahuwah. And Shemuel judged the children of Yasharel in Mizpah. And the Philistines heard that the children of Yasharel were gathered together in Mizpah, and the pseudonym of the Philistine went up against Yasharel. And when the children of Yasharel heard it, they were afraid of the Philistine. And the children of Yasharel said unto Shemuel, cease not to cry unto Yahuwah Elohim for us, that he will save us out of the hand of the Philistine. And Shemuel took a sucking lamb and offered it for an ascending smoke offering, holy unto Yahuwah. And Shemuel cried unto Yahuwah for Yasharel, and Yahuwah heard him. And as Shemuel was offering up the ascending smoke offering, the Philistine drew near to battle against Yasharel. But Yahuwah thundered a great thunder on that day upon the Philistine, and discomforted them, and they were smitten before Yasharel. And the men of Yasharel went out of Mizpah, and pursued the Philistine, and smote them until they came unto Beth-kar. When then Shemuel took a stone and set it upon Mizpah and Shen, and called the name of the place Ebenezer, saying, hitherto as Yahuwah helped us. So the Philistines were subdued, and they came no more into the coast of Yasharel, and the hand of Yahuwah was against the Philistines all the days of Shemuel. And the city which the Philistines had taken from Yasharel were restored to Yasharel, from Ekron even unto Gath, and the coast thereof did Yasharel came delivered out of the hand of the Philistine. And there was peace between Yasharel and the Amorim. And Shemuel judged Yasharel all the days of his life, and went from year to year in circuit to Bethel and Gilgal and Mizpah, and judged Yasharel in all those places. The last verse. And his return was to Ramah, for there was his house, and there he judged Yasharel, and there he built an altar unto Yahuwah. Wow. Up to the Most High Yah for that. You can just see now that truly, sometimes when Yah might call you, it's better you answer to the calling than for him to not pick you up the other way around. It might be hard, it might be discomforting, but it is good to always obey the voice of Yahuwah. So we'll just make it a wrap up of this episode of the show. I remain your humble host and your same brother, Daniel Yasharala. Though we hope to have 5 chapters today, but Yah helped us, we had 7 chapters today. As we will say again tomorrow to continue from where we stop. And with this, I say shalom and bye for now.